Off game one, and the orange and blue go cruising to a 125-104 victory, picking up where they left off. New players, new jerseys, same Knick victory, 125-104. Let's get it going. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP Ashley Moss, CK2K in the building. Oh man, finally. Got Knicks basketball back. Good to see the squad back and just picking up where they left off, man. The chemistry just looked on point. New players, Ash, Kemba, Fournier. What you think about the new pickups tonight? Oh, wait, you're on mute.
How about now? Can you guys hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Oh, we're back.
We're back. Let's go. Preseason Ash. Let's go, baby.
Preseason, exactly.
Ash. Let's go.
Preseason mode.
Facts.
But listen, Kemba looked incredible. I think all those concerns. Again, it's a preseason game.
Yeah, let's overreact. Let's overreact.
We can't put too much into the gas tank, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
I think Kemba looked great. You can always tell when someone's happy to play where they're playing, right? I think sometimes we see this resurgence in players when they get out of a bad situation and they get into a situation where they really want to be where they are. It's almost like the rising from the ashes. I think you saw it with Derrick Rose when he left Detroit, and then now we're seeing him flourish in New York. I think it's going to be the same kind of a story for Kemba. He's playing at home. He's playing in front of his hometown fans, his family, his friends. Gonna be dope. I think Evan Fournier looks great. I was actually very impressed with him in the Olympics. I don't know if you guys saw him do his thing. Yeah. He looks fantastic. I'm a big fan of his as well. There were just so many things to be really pleased with. One thing that caught me right on the eye, I saw it right away, was the spacing was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The starting five spacing gave me chills. I was so happy to see room on the floor. Listen, if this is any indication, the way they came out in this game, full throttle, hungry, ready to go. It did not look like a preseason game. It looked like a regular season game.
Tibbs was coaching the regular season game out there.
Listen,
Tibbs was coaching the regular season game.
That's all I gotta say. That if this is just any indication of what's to come for this season, everyone else, the league, and all the haters, you're on notice because the Knicks are here and we mean business. So
yeah, man. Well balanced tonight. CK, you had all 5 starters in double figures, and again, preseason. But let's go ahead and overreact, bro. What'd you think about the new acquisitions and the game overall?
Hyped up, man. If you want me to overreact, I'm ready to overreact.
Let's go.
My man Kemba Walker, 21 minutes, gave us 12 points. You could see that he was holding back a little bit too. The tandem of him, Derrick Rose coming off the bench doing what Derrick Rose does. Emmanuel Quickly, 10 points, 21 minutes. Yeah, we were seeing a lot of bricks coming up from Quickly to start off, but as Quickly normally does, didn't phase him. But what I love seeing is my favorite stat. If you want me to overreact, my favorite stat was Julius Randle with the quietest of almost double-doubles I've ever seen. I knew he had a few threes there in that second half, but then when I looked over and I saw he had 20 and 9 and 30, real quiet. That's scary. That's very scary. And then we're seeing everyone else fill it up. RJ with 17. We got Evan Fournier who started things off, taking shots off the dribble. Things that we're just not used to. Yeah. The spacing, as Ashley mentioned. We're seeing our guards actually creating their own shots. Like I'm excited, man. This season, if anything else, it's going to be fun. And just seeing us do things that we had 101 points by the end of, what's going on? Like what team am I watching right now? So, preseason, I get it. But Tom Thibodeau, couldn't tell him because if you ask me, I thought it was game one of the Eastern Conference. Yeah, man, I thought it was game one of the playoffs.
I think also it's important to look at just the first 4 guys. Just look at listen to these numbers and just how evenly dispersed they are versus last season. Okay, right. Taj Gibson, 21 minutes, 14 points. Julius Randle, 30 minutes, 20 points. Evan Fournier, 27 minutes, 12 points. RJ Barrett, 25 minutes, 17 points. Kemba Walker, 21 minutes, 12 points. Look how evenly spread that is versus last season. Julius Randle would have 35, 15, and 10. Crazy numbers like that. It's everyone is able to kind of create their own shot, be part of that offense. One guy doesn't have to do more than the other. Of course, some guys are going to have better nights than others. That's basketball. That's the name of the game. That's the business. But it's got to be nice, especially for Julius Randle, to look at that stat line and be like, Finally, I got some help. Yeah.
He's got some help, and you know, with the additions of Kemba and Fournier, again, it's as we said, it's the help, but it's just bringing more flow to the offense, because now you have two guys who can shoot, create on their own, and who can facilitate, and that was on display early in preseason game 1. You know, Kemba early in the game, his drives, you got to respect. It's the anti-Peyton. You have to respect it. And so it's not just his defender that's trying to stop him from getting to the rim. It's the help side defense. It's a weak side defense. So that allows Kemba to easily spray it around the perimeter. And we saw early in the game, he finds RJ for a 3-point shot. You know, early in the game, you saw Fournier and Randall playing that 1-2 game that Randall and Bullock used to play. But this time, Fournier's putting the ball on the floor, passing it back to Randall, relocating to the corner, knocks down an open 3. You see Fournier pressing the issue, getting to the free throw line, drawing the and one, drawing the contact. I think he had about 10 points in the first half. Kemba led the league in offensive fouls over the years, drew 2 tonight. So, you know, put his body on the line, and overall just getting the offense involved. I thought RJ looked good in his minutes as well. Had some nice finishes around the rim. Went, I think, 3 for 6 from downtown. Hit a nice bucket in the mid-range. So nice all in all, man, just nice balance to the offense. How about my boy Taj? Bringing it back. No Mitch, no Noel. And, you know, Tibbs said this week during the training camp session, again, obviously he's a vet guy, but just speaking highly of Taj about what he brings to this team. And Taj, once again, just being that vet, man. Just doing what vets do. Solid outing tonight overall. So, easy peasy victory. Yeah.
Taj is doing a bit of everything out there.
Yeah. Shot the 3. So, it was nice to see, man. Nice to see as well. I'm going to go also observations, Obi. How about Obi's opening minutes, man? Gets the ball, goes coast to coast for a basket, knocks down the mid-range, and then finishes the game with a nice crossover, puts his man in a spin cycle, and lays it up and in, man. We saw a confident Obi out there, Ash. What was your thoughts on Obi tonight?
No, for sure. And listen, I did not forget that a lot of you wanted to trade my boy Obi for a quarter water and some chips, but we're starting off the season on a positive note. Okay, so I'm going to forget all of that. But listen, this was what I was talking about with Obi. I think last season he was a product of his environment, in the sense that because of the pandemic, there was no, summer league. The preseason was basically non-existent. Training camp was a disaster because of all the protocols and trying to figure out what was the best way to go ahead and move forward with the season. So I think really being able to see Obi, have that time, have that off season to really work on his game. Gyms are open, you are able to do open runs, things like that. And then additionally, this preseason is going to be huge for him also, because it's really going to be able to allow him to kind of get his movement and get ready for the season and work out any kinks and things that maybe Tibbs sees on film or in person at these games that he's, not a fan of. I think we're really going to see a better Obi, and I'm excited to see it because he looks confident out there. And I think him having that run towards the end of the season and into the postseason and basically continuing that flow of confidence into this season is going to be huge for him. And I think it's going to be huge for the team. I think we're going to see a completely different Obi.
10 points, 5 boards for Obi. CK, you got a chance to see him in Vegas for Summer League. Picking up right where he left off, man. Obi seems like he's about his business this year. No question, bro.
Yeah, he's a new dad.
Oh, true that.
That Papa
dad as well.
We know about that.
True story. That Papa straight.
Yeah,
good.
But nah, man, the thing that I love the most is we were finally seeing him be that Obi Toppin of old, and I'm talking about Dayton Obi because he was being fed in transition many times, and I think even he was trying to oh snap, they actually got me on transition this time because he missed like the first 2 layups on the fast break. But it just seemed like Obi Toppin, to Ashley's point, is the work. You can tell the work that was put in, that last move, the spin cycle, laying with the right, like that. Those are kind of things that we weren't seeing from Obi Toppin. Is either he was going to do a spot up or possibly maybe a dunk off of a pass. We're seeing the work show up from Obi Toppin. And to what you mentioned, Summer League, we saw the confidence, and he was looking to try and be that leader along with Emmanuel quickly amongst the younger guys on that team. And I feel like he took that and inserted that right into that second unit with Quick again. And that's what I want to see. That's all I wanted. I just want him to go out there and play his game and play confident. We saw that tonight, and I'm definitely going to over exaggerate with that one because I feel like that's something that's going to continue. I really feel like
I think that's real. I think that's real.
100%, because now he knows he's going to have either Derrick Rose or Kemba Walker, and both of them fed him on multiple occasions, and that's what he needs. He needs to continue to play at that high pace and get that confidence from his teammates to do what he does. So I'm feeling good about him. I think this is going to be a nice year too for Obi Toppin.
I also really like, outside of, offensively, him scoring, he had 14 minutes, 10 points. He was impressive on the boards. He was aggressive.
He was
5
aggressive.
rebounds from him. And I think that level of aggression is something we were also missing, because one of the critiques we had of him last season was like, look, if you're still trying to find your footing as a scorer, that's okay. You expect that from rookies. They're trying to get acclimated into the professional way of playing basketball. But you're a big guy. Play some aggression. Get on those boards. Show me a reason to keep you out on that court or on that floor. He wasn't doing that last season. He was a shell trying to figure out where he fit, and he got rattled very easily. Tonight he came out as a brand new Obi and said, look, I'm here. What's up? New York, we here, and I'm here too. And I love seeing that aggression from him, even if it was just in a small spurt.
True story. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your squad. We are back live and direct. KnicksFanTV Live, Knicks Postgame Live, presented by Manscaped. CP Ashley Moore, CK2K back in the building. What did you guys think about the win tonight? I know it was only preseason, but let's go ahead and overreact anyway. This is the show to do so. This is a judgment-free zone. If you want to jump out the window early, go ahead and do that. Throw some emojis in the chat, man. Let me know how you guys are feeling tonight. I would say I'm a little half and half. I poured up a little wine tonight because I'm celebrating Knicks basketball being back, but my Yankees are down 4-1 right now. So
atrocious.
Yeah, so I'm trying to hide the pain, but celebrate a little bit as well, Ash. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I feel like every year we have the same conversation about the Yankees.
Yeah.
Every year we get our hopes up. Every year we say this year is going to be different. And every year is exactly the same.
Cole got chased out in 3 innings, 2 2/3.
$324 million man got chased out of there. A wild card game.
Up out of there, man. So we'll see.
Only the Yankees.
Bottom of the 6. Hopefully we rally. Let me salute some people in the chat because the super chats are coming in early. First and foremost, shout out my guy Jason Calacanis. Sends a $100 super chat in the chat, starting it off. He says, "Let's effing go. NCP we trust." Shout out my guy J Cal, host of the This Week in Stardust podcast, the All In podcast, some of the top podcasts on iTunes, on Apple Podcasts. So shout out to J Cal representing the Bay Area. I want to shout out some more super chats have come in. Shout out to Charlie Correa in here, Ash. He says, "Knicks are back, baby. Hashtag Esteban is free." All right, so I guess in that year we got Esteban out the Bing. Esteban's out of there. Had a chance to meet Charlie. Me and Charlie linked up at Game 2. He came through in the gorilla outfit, and I heard they coming to the opening night party. So looking forward to reconnecting with Charlie and his squad. Shout out son from Brooklyn sends a super chat. He says Obi is looking mad confident. Now let's hope the Yankees can turn it around tonight. Shout out son from Brooklyn. Who else we got? Charlie sends a super chat. Who else we got? Jamaica Queen 22 says, "I'm jumping out the window, y'all. Doesn't matter. Knicks and foe."
Knicks and foe, we don't even know who
we don't even know who it is.
We don't even know who we got, man. We don't even know who we got. We're going to take some calls, too. Call us up, 657-383-1509 is the number to call. And as I mentioned, the opening night party, Knicks versus Celtics at MSG. And we're going to announce the winners of those tickets in just a few. So make sure you guys stay tuned and see if you guys won. We got over 1,700 people in the chat talking preseason Knicks. Don't tell me Knicks fans aren't the greatest fan base in the NBA. 1,700 people in the chat. One more super chat. I want to shout out. Kenny Gale sends a super chat. He says, "Is that Ash gracing us with her presence?" And before y'all say simp, he says, "Before y'all say simp, my hands work. We look very, very good out there. Spacing was great." I'm ready to overreact after preseason game. Obi being aggressive, scary hours. Let's go.
I like that.
Yeah.
Word to Bradley Beal. Just so you know, these hands
just
work.
So you know,
right?
So shout out to Kenny Gales, man. Shout out to Kenny Gales. I see the other super chats coming. I'm gonna get right to them. So to everybody that did donate, definitely appreciate it. One more on Quick. You know, CK. I know you were mentioning Quick earlier. Quickly finished with, what did he finish with? 10 points, 7 dimes, 6 boards.
6 boards. Yep.
What, you know, from my perspective, what I saw from Quickly tonight, it seemed like he's working on stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? I think the emphasis, if you listen to Tibbs' press conference last week, or Sunday, he mentioned the fact that, you know, there's really emphasis in working Quickly as a point guard out there. And I think it was evident in Summer League, obviously, in the way he was working and facilitating. And I think you saw that tonight, and just the way that he was trying to force the issue, drive and kick, you know, more dribble, penetration. Yeah, he shot 4 threes, and some of them were a bit ill-timed, but I saw Quick really trying to, you know, dominate with the ball and trying to make things happen as a playmaker, rather than just, you know, as an off-ball shooter. So, yeah, that's really what I saw from Quickly tonight. I think he's really trying to work and you know, just hone in on his skills as a point guard.
Yeah, I've been joking that this one's personal. I think IQ, I'm gonna imagine that IQ, he saw me and he's upset with me because I've been one of the leaders is saying that he's not a point guard. I've been one of those guys, and I've owned up to it. So I think that he saw that, and ever since then, you saw in the summer league, he showed out. He showed that he has that ability, and he's been saying that in like you mentioned during media day. He said that was his number one goal for the season, is to show that he can be both sides. He can be the point guard as well as be the off ball guard. And yeah, tonight that was my favorite stat, was the him filling up the stat sheet. It's nice to see him score. I know that he can do that, but the way he was getting assists, the timing of him, high IQ plays. I didn't mean to do that, no pun intended, but they really were. So to see the 10, 7, and 6 from him, I don't know if you saw that block there in the fourth quarter. I know it was garbage time, but the hustle on defense, that Quickly is he's a man on a mission to show that he is a complete player and a guy that can play that point guard role. And I love it. That was all I wanted. It was never hate. I love Emmanuel Quickly. I wasn't sure if this is what he can do, and he's showing us in game 1 of preseason. But if we jumping out the window, I'll jump with IQ and say that. All right, homie, we point guards, IQ. We point guards. I got the hair with you, bro. We point guards, IQ. Let's go. Yeah, I'm with it.
Quick putting in that work, Ash. I love it. He's putting in work.
Yeah, listen, you know me. I'm a big fan of Quick. Even last season, I called him the rookie and the vet because he was beyond his years for sure. But I definitely like what I saw tonight. He was definitely more comfortable running the offense when he had to. And listen, that's going to come with time in terms of getting more and more comfortable in that space. It's going to get more and more comfortable in reading the floor. I think people don't realize how hard the point guard position actually is. It's not an easy position. You have to really not only be aware of what's going on around you, but you also have to be aware of what's going to happen or what could possibly happen. So it's having your eyes on like 3 different things at one time. And he's only going to get better the more he gets his reps in. I'm not expecting him to be, you know, Chris Paul by, you know, the end of October. But I think by the end of this season, we're really going to see a more mature Quickly, especially in the way that he can lead and own the floor when he has to, when he's out there with that second unit.
True story. Well said. All right, let's get to the phones, man. Let's hear from the street, see what the people got to say. Kicking us off tonight, I'm going to my guy. We're going to Harlem World. My guy Mosel in the building, the wine god. What's going on, bro?
What's good, man? Yo, I was in the building. Shout out to CK. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to UCP. I was in the building tonight, man, and it was you know, for preseason opener, it was electric. Fans was in the building. I saw Kemba drop. Kemba got dropped. I was shocked by that.
Yeah, he did early. He did. He got dropped early. He did.
I was like, come on, man. We gotta get used to that. It's gonna happen all year. I just called in because I'm jumping out the window. We winning 60 games this year. From when I see 60 games, we have the best bench in the league.
I love it.
The only thing I was worried about was Sims looked a little shaky. He looked a little nervous for preseason. But besides that, We win the 60 games. I'm out of here. Love y'all. I'm out.
My guy Mosul, and I said he's the wine guy. I don't know if he was sipping. I don't know if he was sipping on his supply, but Mosul's going 60. He's going 60, man. So shout out my guy Mosul, and definitely shout out to him, man, because today on Twitter he dropped a picture of some of his lids that he was rocking tonight. My man Mosul got not one, not two, but 3 KnicksFanTV snapbacks. The blue one, the navy, and the black. He's got the Knicks snap and the Yankee snap, so he's repping heavy. Shout out to Mosul, man, big time supporter of the show. Definitely appreciate him. And yeah, man, it's going.
That 60 piece was a big number. I'm actually looking at our record last year. 20. No, I'm sorry. Let me.
41.
We were looking at 41 and 31, right?
Yeah, 20. I was like,
I was looking at 2019. I was like, ugh. 41 and 31. I'm gonna go ahead and give us 10 more games. I say we get a 50 piece.
You going 50? Ash is going 50 burger.
I'm going 50 piece.
50 piece for Ash. Okay. All right. I'm sure people in the chat loving that.
Sure. I got to put down the damn the what's it called? What are those things called where you be bouncing on them? I got to put that outside the window because a lot of people jumping out today. What are those things called? I don't know what they're called.
I don't know, man. It could be anything right now, man. But I'm with you, bro. I got you.
Barricades.
I don't know what they're called, man.
All right. When you figure it out, let me know, man. Shout out to Mikey Hack for the super chat. Mikey, appreciate it. Kareem Grant says hashtag CK Crew. What up, CP? Peace to my little sis Ash. Brock Madenick. I need to put my glasses on that. He says shout out to KnicksFanTV. Glad to be back for a new season. One question: who has the most approved this year? Who has the most approved?
Thanks, chat.
The trampoline. There you go. There you go. All right. I mean, for me, if we go playoffs, Ash, I gotta say Julius, obviously.
Yeah, that was gonna be my answer too.
If knock on wood, everything goes well, we make it back. He's got to shake those demons.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that. I was gonna say Julius as well, from a standpoint of a lot of people want to say what happened last season was a fluke.
Yeah.
I think also basketball fans, people in the media, experts, all these people, writers have short-term memories, and you're only as good, and I put that in quotations, as your last performance.
Recency
and unfortunately, last performance for Julius wasn't that impressive. He was a shell of the guy that we saw in the regular season. He got spooked, he got rattled. He even said himself, he made the series more complicated than it had to be. I would say Julius is the big answer, but I would even go as far as saying RJ has something to prove too. I feel like a lot of people count RJ out. They don't give him his due. I'm personally not happy with a lot of the list that he was left off of. He's also left off of.
Disrespect is real.
I think also 25 under 25 players. He was recently left off that list. So I think he has.
He was on. He was just really.
He was just low.
Real low. So I think between the two of them, RJ for a different reason, Obi for a different reason, but the ultimate answer is going to be Julius Randle. That's
CK. Where are you going?
I think I'm going Mitch, man. Mitch got a lot to do. This is contract year. We forget his contract year, and I think a lot of anytime anybody talks about Mitchell Robinson, it's a question mark. We saying hopefully Mitchell Robinson shoots. We want to see Mitchell Robinson, mature and not foul and this, that. A lot of the Mitchell Robinson conversation is all on potential, and now since we on contract year and he ain't got that extension yet, a lot of eyes on Mitchell Robinson. I feel like he got a lot to prove coming back from an injury, a few injuries, all in the legs too. A lot of people worried that he put a little too much weight up top, and that might not help his leg situation. So
you're speaking. So then you're speaking a lot to prove to Knicks fans, because I was saying a lot to prove.
I'm talking about in the league
over Julius or RJ.
I would. Okay, I get.
Well, I think if you're talking Knicks fans, then I can say Mitch. But if you're talking overall, it's definitely Julius.
Well, look. Then I still have a follow up for that one too. I think like my original answer would go with Kemba Walker, because people are already writing Kemba Walker off because his set of injuries as well. Remember his contract. His contract very disrespectful. for an all-star, for everything Kemba Walker's done in this league, his contract with the Knicks is very disrespectful if you're outside looking in. So I feel like he has a lot to prove to show that he's still that guy, and his injuries are behind him. You know what I mean? We saw tonight that we're seeing a lot of things I don't remember seeing him do in Boston. I remember him being much of he was a shooter, he was a scorer, but we didn't get to see much of the playmaking side of Kemba Walker that we saw a lot more in Charlotte. And we saw a little bit of that tonight. So my answer then, I would say Kemba Walker just because of the factor where I feel like a lot of people forgetting who Kemba Walker is.
The only reason I don't say Kemba is because we got him for cheap. And
yeah, but also, you said prove it to the league.
Remember Boston shipped him off though, Ash. Remember Boston got rid of him.
I'm saying the only reason I'm not saying Kemba is because I feel like Kemba, as of right now, I don't personally agree with this, but he is flying under the radar with a lot of people, like you said, saying he's washed and things like that. So if he does prove to be one side of the argument or the other, it's not like somebody saying, oh, he had to show. It's just like, wow, he's not washed after all. I feel like Julius is in a different tier of that conversation, because if Julius does not perform to the level or better, then it's going to be a whole different conversation that I don't think Kemba is going to ever have to deal with.
100%. That's why I go Julius. But Mitch is a good point. And I think, if you were to say what Mitch has to prove to the league, well, he's got to prove his value in terms of a free agent. But definitely I would go Mitch. What do you guys think in the chat? Who has the most to prove? Is it Julius? Is it Mitch? Is it Kemba? Is it somebody else? Throw your comments in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Shout out my guy Big Los, repping 401 Providence, Rhode Island in the building. Big Los sends a super chat. So shout out to Big Los. My guy JD sends a super chat. JD says, yo, CP, you still have time to join the 50 burger team.
JD down there catching everybody. Yeah, he's been out the window.
Listen, I think if we were 41 with not nearly the amount of help that we have now, I think an extra 10 games this season is not unheard of. I really don't.
I'm hedging, Ash. I'm hedging. I'm still a little bit nervous, man. East is good. I'm hedging. It's hard. Injuries. I'm just,
Listen, Knicks Nation, I got us. We 50 piece in this bad boy, all right? I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there into the universe. We 50 piece in it.
Shout out JD, man. All right, let's get back to the people, man. We got to hear from the people. Still up in Harlem World. We staying in Harlem World. Charles, what's going on? And then King Deej on deck. Charles, what's good?
Man, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm calling in because I'm telling you what I called before and told y'all we gonna win 50, but I think I might up that between 55 and 60. Wow. And the reason being is when I called before, I said, yo, we have playmakers, 4 playmakers in the starting rotation.
Yeah.
Everybody's sharing that rock. Everybody can put it on the floor. Everybody can create for each other. When's the last time you seen the Knicks have that?
Sure.
Then I want you to answer this one. Name 6 teams in the league that got a deeper bench than us.
No.
We're going to come off the bench with pressure. We're going to replace Kemba, who's going to be pushing it down your neck, and we're going to put Rose in. He's going to push it down your neck.
Yep.
We got Quickly pushing it down your neck. We got Obi trying to run over the top.
Don't sleep with my guy Burks.
We got so much athleticism. We are so deep, and people aren't even realizing in the season we might win 60 because we coming off the bench. Did you see them playing D today?
Yeah, they were D'ing up.
Preseason.
60 is wild.
They were D'ing up. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When you ever seen Kevin Fournier closing out like that?
Yeah, early preseason, man. And appreciate the call, Charles. We're just gonna move it because we got a lot of people. I want to make sure we hear from everybody.
I respect the conviction, but 60, my man.
Early preseason one hype.
My man's is.
We are hyped. We are hyped, man. But no, listen to his point. Again, just watching Fournier and Kemba out there moving with this offense, the possibilities are endless, man, because 26 dimes they had as a team collectively tonight. And again, they just bring so much different dynamic than what we had with Peyton and Bullock. It's not all on Julius now to create for everybody. Fournier can get the rebound, he can push. Kemba can get the rebound, he can push. RJ can push. Julius can push. Get us out into transition. Get us some 3-pointers in transition. And as I said, once Kemba comes off that pick and roll, he has a stop and pop on the mid-range. He has a stop and pop from 3. He can go all the way to the basket and score. or all the way to the basket, drive and kick. And then you got Julius out on the wing. You got RJ in the corner. You got Fournier in the corner. Pick your poison. Hopefully Mitch comes back. You get a little Gotham Mob action going. You know, the offense is going to be deep. And as he said, that second unit, it's not too many second units that's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with a Rose, Quickly, Burks, three-headed monster, man. That's going to be a potent second unit for the league to contend with. So Charles is going 60-piece. I don't know if I go that far, but the offense is going to be clicking, man. Offense is going to be clicking.
Control,
for real.
60. That's out of control.
my man said 60. That's skydiving.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Forget the window. I'm jumping off the train.
Quickly. All right, I did say King Deej next. Let me get to Ari because they said he was feeling under the weather. So we're gonna go Ari, King Deej, and then we're gonna announce the winners of the home opening giveaway. All right, so Ari, you up next, man. How you feeling, bro?
Hey man, I'm all right, man. I'm a little under the weather. I got a little flu action going on.
Oh man, rest up, bro. We need you good for opening night, man. You gotta rest up, bro.
Yeah, listen, man. Michael Jordan didn't sit out Game 6, so I'm gonna call in. You know how it is. But
there we go.
Listen, man. I mean, let me just say one thing. Just first of all, if I call in and I say 60 wins, I'm getting tomatoes and I'm getting my mic cut if that happens to me. This guy says 3 people say 60 wins, and I don't see one freaking tomato in the chat. All right, so I guess that's what happens when you're iconic. But whatever, it is what it is. But listen, the biggest thing takeaway that I got from the game is that R.J. Barrett didn't get lost in the mix. I was concerned that with Fournier and Kemba and IQ and all these like Burks playing, that RJ was going to get like less shots, get lost in the mix. It was very good to see him, still take his shots, still be assertive and not defer all the time. Now he's got Kemba on the team, you got D Rose, you got Julius. Like, he's only 21 years old. To see him be assertive, I really like that. I also saw him try to take some pull-up jumpers. He didn't hit most of them, but he at least is working on it. So I like that. Listen, man, I think I'm with CK, man. I think Mitchell Robinson has the most to prove. Julius Randle, listen, he's a great player, but he's like you're out of your mind if you think he's going to have the same year he did last year. But he doesn't have to. He does. Now he has other help. He's got a lot of help. Yeah. But Mitchell Robinson needs to prove that he can stay healthy. We need to sign this guy, and everybody's talking about he's the X factor and stuff. So I think he has the most to prove. And my last thing is just a pro tip for anybody. These preseason games, the Knicks were -3.5.
Ooh, how's the action
looking? Like it's the NBA. It's playing like the NBA playoffs, bro. Take the Knicks in every preseason game because he's going to try harder than everybody. You got D Rose playing in 5 minutes left in the fourth.
Let's go. How much you win? How much you win tonight, Ari? How much you win tonight?
I only won like $100 or something.
All right. I'm still down. That means football. That means football killed you, man. So rest up, bro. Shout out to Ari, and don't lose your shirt, man. We need you for opening night. So go ahead and rest up, man. Take some Sudafed or something, man. Knock that thing out, bro.
Chat wrong, bro. Chat is so wrong.
And the chat is following up.
Chat is so wrong.
The chat is following up with the customary tomatoes for Ari, man. But that's all love, man. It's all love. Ari's he's a channel OG. He's earned that respect, man. He's earned it. Jay from Florida in here. He's throwing fives. That's Ari's ally, man. They jump in the trenches together, man. Jay from Florida's in the chat. Shout out to Jay. So to everybody in the chat, man, I see Jay from Florida. I saw my guy Floyd Jarvis checking in from Canarsie, Flossie. What's going on? Everybody type your cities in the chat, man. Your city or your country, what flag are you repping? Throw it in the chat. We'll shout you guys out after we go to King Deej. King Deej on the check-in. King Deej, you're on the Discord. What's going on, bro? Yanks down 4-1.
What's up? Run it up.
Let's go. What's good, bro? It's your time, bro. What's good?
All jokes aside, always clown at Ari and Jay from Florida, but Ari feel better, bro. I was gonna make a joke about Scottie Pippen getting a migraine, but I'm good, bro. Be good, stay healthy. Hope everything is all right. Back to the more important stuff. Everybody jump in the window with the 60 pieces. I miss the positive. I miss the high volume, high noise. I'm still at 49. I'm still at 49 because I'm worrying about health.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I understand what we saw tonight, and trust me, what I saw tonight is special. You know, nobody's getting double teamed. The floor is wide open. What's getting lost in translation is that RJ is just way better than he was last year. The mid ranges, I like that. He got to shift up the left to right, but I'm going with CP and Ari 100%. Mitch is the missing link. He's the reason why that series wasn't a series to begin with. So I got to go with Mitch. It's do or die time. Like you got 4 playmakers on the court. Everybody else is certified. I can't rely on Mitch. Mitch wasn't even available tonight, and obviously, that's not to knock him, but he's the missing piece. And the best availability is being available. So
True.
I got to go with Mitch. I know what I'm going to get out of Randall and RJ. For me, I think Kemba's okay. Like, I think Kemba's going to be all right. He's going to be healthy.
Yeah.
But I like the floor spacing. So that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. Floor spacing,
Amen.
Tips letting them play. They running. The bench, I don't care what nobody says. Nobody in the Eastern Conference got a bigger bench than us.
Nah.
Like, we can go legit 11 deep, switch it up, off night. I'm talking about that all the time this season. And I'm just happy that RJ's not, like I already said, RJ's not getting lost, man. So I'll see y'all at Mustang Harry's.
Yes,
Me
sir.
and my boy Justin from the Wu-Tang District. We're going to be out there.
Let's go.
Run it up, man. I'm ready for October 20th.
Shaolin is going to be in there heavy. King Deej on the Discord. Appreciate you, King Deej. And, yeah, man. As they both said, it's going to be worth watching to see how RJ's impacted by, 2 guys who are gonna, have higher usage than their predecessors. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he fits in. But tonight, you saw an unselfish 5-man lineup, and I think you'll continue to see that. Fournier's never had that reputation as being a selfish guy. He's been top of the league, top 75% in terms of assist rate basically every year of his career. He's been a solid facilitator, man. So I think that'll bode well for them. And again, RJ picked up where he left off, caught some catch and shoot opportunities, had a nice little floater in the lane, had a nice little mid-range off the bounce, which he's been working on in the offseason. So we'll see how it goes for young Rowan in year 4. But CK Nash, we got over 2,000 people in the chat right now. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up for you, squad. Hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. Let's get to 1,000 likes for the return of Knicks basketball. This is Knicks Postgame Live, presented by Manscaped. We're going to announce the winners now for the home opener. So let's get to it, Ash. Let's get to it. While we do that, while I pull up the list. Ash, go ahead and shout some people out in the chat, man. We had some people throw their cities in the chat.
All right.
Let's go ahead
First
and shout
of all,
them out.
as always, shout out to Brooklyn, Killer Queens, the
absolutely.
Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island. I saw someone from Freeport in the building. Shout out to Long Island one time.
516 in the
Nassau
building.
County.
Let's do it.
Shout out to Carlos from Portugal. Shout out to, let's see who else we got here. Someone's at school in Madison, Wisconsin, still watching the Knicks, of course. Shout out to you. Hope you have a very successful semester and school year. Shout out to Puerto Rico in the building,
PR
Jamaica,
in the building. Let's
Maryland, Arlington, Texas, home of my 3-1 Dallas Cowboys.
Who they playing this weekend?
The New Jersey Giants, and I'm looking forward to becoming 4-1.
Coming off a hot win over the New
Orleans.
Let's talk about the
Very
future. We talking about the future. We ain't talking about the past.
Oof.
Very excited.
I'm going at both of y'all tonight, man. We coming off a win off the Saints.
4-1. Anyway, CK,
Let's
we
go.
want to shout out.
Man, that just threw off my whole equilibrium right there, man.
Speaking
My
of
man
New
took
Jersey,
those
shout
shots.
out to New Jersey, the New Jersey Giants, home of the New Jersey Giants. Shout out to New Jersey in the building.
Please, give me a break.
Go ahead,
You better
CK.
start ducking at you. Look at all them tomatoes coming your way. Yeah, look at them. Look at them go. Look at them go.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm
Get
seeing my man Carlos from Mexico. We have multiple people come from Mexico. Cool. We got
Mexico in the
Louisville.
building. Let's go.
Yeah, Mexico is in the building. Yeah, I see Louisville. I see North Carolina. I'm trying to see Virginia. Shout out to Virginia. Okay.
Let's go.
See ya. Yeah, the jerseys are coming out now. The minute you said something, all the jerseys are
That's
coming out.
I love tomatoes. Yummy. Yummy.
Oh man, yeah. You know, and it's also with the cities. I'm seeing a lot of people are saying 60. So this whole 60 train is a real thing. This is a movement right now. A lot of people are buying in on this 60 wins.
Wow.
But y'all said jump out the window, and they all on the same plane, jumping out the plane.
Jumped out.
Germany. Shout out to Germany.
Facts,
yes, sir.
bro.
Oh, we all over, man. I love
Mexico.
it.
Let's go.
Yeah, Antigua. Look at us, man.
Yeah, man.
Connecticut. That's what's up, man. We everywhere. Shout out to y'all.
All right, so I'm gonna draw the winners. First and foremost, this contest has been brought to you by my friends at Forzano Law Firm. Shout out my guys Anthony and David for once again supporting us and sponsoring the opening night giveaway. So let's announce the winners. I can't show y'all the list, man. I can't show y'all the list. Like, you know, we got to protect the privacy of these winners here.
Right.
So let's do this here. The first winner. First off, we had over 4,000 entries. Okay?
Wow.
Over 4,000 entries. So salute to everybody that did that. Definitely appreciate it. All right, here we go. And it's 4 tickets, but we're gonna give them away in 2 and 2. So one winner's gonna win 2, the other winner's gonna win 2. So here we go.
What are the seats? Hold on. Tell them what the seats are.
Oh, so yes, tell them what they won, right? Okay, you're right, Ash. You're right. So the package entails the pregame show, as King D said, the pregame show, which is gonna be hosted by myself, JD Sports Talk. We got 3 special guests already lined up. I'm not even gonna tell you who it is, but they are big guests, so it's gonna be popping. We're gonna have that. You're gonna have appetizers. We got happy hour deals and everything like that. That's 2 blocks away from the Garden. Then we're gonna walk to MSG. We got seats in the Chase Bridge with the whole squad. CP, JD, my girls at Knicks Omni fan. We got over 100 people with us. The largest group sales event in MSG that night is gonna be on and popping. Plus prizes and giveaways. We're gonna do trivia, we're gonna do raffles, and we're gonna give away the grand prize, a Julius Randle autographed Most Improved Player Basketball. Major package. All sponsored by my guys at Forzano Law Firm. Okay, so let's go here. Over 4,000 entries in. And winner number 1 is Olivia Thomas.
Hey, shout out to the lady. I like it.
The lady gets it. So shout out to Olivia Thomas. And the second winner is, no foot tricks, people. I have a program here. I just can't show you the names for privacy purposes. Felix Alvarez. Felix Alvarez, congratulations. You have just won 2 tickets. And Olivia Thomas has won 2 tickets.
I hope Olivia is single, because that is a good way to
That's
secure
a good date.
a date.
Yes.
A finesse. Oh, you want to go out with me? I got 2 tickets to see the Knicks.
That's a poppin' date in New York City, Ash. That's a hot ticket.
Go right.
That's a
okay.
fact.
You go ahead and listen. You can go ahead. Circle back. Listen, sis. When Christmas comes around, you make sure you circle back and you remind that date what you did for him. All right? That's free game. That's free game for you.
Let me go ahead and shout out my guys, man, because once again, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's giveaway was sponsored by my guys at Forzano Law Firm. If you guys have been injured in a car accident, construction accident, trip and fall, slip and fall, nursing home incident, my guys at Forzano Law Firm will help you on the road to monetary compensation. They offer free consultation and free representation unless you get paid. So make sure you go to ForzanoLaw.com. They have a 24-hour live assistant, or you can call my guys Anthony and David at 718-372-1397. Also 1 block away from the F train if you want to go there in Brooklyn. It's 271 Avenue U, Brooklyn, New York. 1 block away from the F train. So shout out my guys once again at Forzano Law for continuing to support KnicksFanTV. Die-hard Knicks fans, man. Great guys, Anthony and David. So definitely appreciate the love.
I love Knicks fans, and I love male Knicks fans. The chat's like, hey, Olivia.
I was just going to say, you don't understand what you did.
What's up, Olivia? Olivia. Someone said Olivia is the new Ashley.
Damn, they don't kick you out the group, Ashley.
Someone said, "Hey, Miss Olivia." Someone said, "I'm gonna buy you a drink, Olivia. Are you single?" Olivia, you better hide, girl, because they coming for you.
Yeah, man. Now they go in on Olivia, man. Hilarious. Man. Absolutely hilarious. But congratulations to Felix. Congratulations to Olivia. And to everyone else who's going to be there, we'll see you there. If you guys are going to the game still, we are selling tickets to the pregame show as well. So if you want to pull up on us, we are selling tickets to the pregame show. And that's at theomnifan.com as well.
Someone said, Olivia, what are we gonna do with our tickets?
my man Paul even said super chat said, Olivia, I'm here for you.
He said, what's yours is mine, baby.
Oh man, now they shoot their shot. We got to get Olivia on the live stream on that night, man. Tell us, say what up to the chat, man. Got to. For real. All right, we got a ton of calls. I want to hear from the people, man. So let's go rapid fire and get to as many as we can. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Let's get those likes up. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Knicks win 125-104 preseason tip-off against the Pacers. Let's go to BK. Muhammad is up next. Muhammad, what's good, bro?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my boys, CP, TK, Ashley. Long-time listener, silent listener, but y'all been holding it down for the Knicks fan base for the past years, and I'm just happy to be a Knicks fan and to be on KnicksFanTV for the first time. I just want to say, man, I got big hopes for the team this year. I think we're going to be pushing that 50 to 60 wins. People are tripping about the defense. I think it was CP on the last show when y'all was talking about y'all closing lineup, talking about we don't want Rose and Kemba to be in the closing because we might have a hard time guarding somebody like Bogdanovich for the Hawks.
Yeah.
And look, if the Hawks want to go away from Trae Young, Clint Capella, pick and roll to go to Bogdanovich in the post against D-Rose, be my guest. I mean, I think y'all really over-exaggerating on the defense. Tibbs is more so a team defense, not like a player lockdown because who was that last year? Our point guard who we got rid of, I don't even want to say his name, but y'all know EP.
Yeah,
Peyton. Number 6,
yeah. And neither was Bullock, man. It was a team scheme. And we're really not going to miss that much. But we addressed our specific needs, which was the point guard position. We got Kemba, and then we got Fournier, who's looking good. He can get it off the bounce. So I think we're gonna show up at least that top 4 seed, and we're going to be in the 50 to 60 win range. Trust me, y'all estimated us last year. Don't do it to us again. KnicksFanTV, the best show on the internet. I'm with y'all.
Let's go.
Khalifa from Brooklyn. I'm living in Dallas. I'm gonna be there for the Frank Cobb and the Dallas Knicks game. And y'all going to see me on TV, hopefully.
Let's go, man. Salute Muhammad from
I'll take
BK.
That late vote. I'll take that late vote. That's cool because I was the only one that kept playing Kemba and D-Rose together. So I'll take that late vote.
Yeah, that was you. So basically, he was filling your lineup. Yo, a lot of people voted for your lineup after the fact, bro. A lot of people voted for the CK closing lineup, man. Yeah, you got a lot. They showed a lot of love to your lineup, man. They definitely did. So that was a fun episode. Definitely a good one. Make sure you guys check that out on the channel as well. Yankees down 4-1. All right.
I have a question for you guys, and this is a question I actually asked Julius when I interviewed him 2 weeks ago. Is the way that the team looks now? Obviously, last season we were talking about what the team needs to go ahead and the voids they need to fill in this past off season. We filled a bunch of our voids. We didn't fill all of them, but we filled a bunch. Mm-hmm. Moving forward, though, looking to the future, obviously you can't predict the future, but we're going to go ahead and do that anyway because that's what we do. Right. Do you think the team wins. As is, 60 wins, right? Mm-hmm. The team as is, do you think that this is a team that could win a championship, or are we still one more piece away? I asked Julius, and he sidestepped me. He wouldn't answer. He said it was a setup. But let me ask you guys, how do you feel about it?
It's still a major piece away.
Yeah.
I still think we're a major piece away. I mean, and that could be less likely, but it could be Julius. It could be Julius just taking that next step and dominating in the playoffs. Well, is it likely? I don't see it. I see him more as, probably the third best player on a championship team, but, it could be him. Is it RJ? Somebody asked that question to us the other day. And I said, as the team as it's, presently constructed, you would need RJ to make an all-star leap make an all-star leap. And then I think you're talking about being in that top 3, solidified top 3. But this is still a deep team, no question. Still a deep team with some talent around it. Health is going to be a factor, but no, I don't think they can contend with what they have. I think they'll compete very hard they have.
And again, I'm not saying when I posed the question to him and posing the question to you guys, I'm not saying can we win right now. I'm saying down the line is, say hypothetically we didn't, obtain any new pieces. Mm-hmm. Is this team a championship team, or do you still need to add another piece of the equation to ultimately get to a championship? And what does that piece look like name wise? Who's a piece that you think fits?
If it's as is, you need RJ to become an all-star. If it's as is, you would definitely need him to be an all-star. The piece down the road, it's a Spider.
Ooh.
Bring Spider home.
He said, bring Donovan home.
It's a Spider, man. It's a Spider.
I like that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking deep. Yeah, I like Spider, but I was leaning towards the guy that I feel like is never going to leave, but I'm looking at Bradley Beal. I'm looking at bringing, I'm with you on that off guard position. I was looking I like Spider, but yeah, I'm looking at Bradley Beal. Maybe he listens to Ashley and he finally, gets some common sense. It's like, maybe I should get out of here. But yeah, I think the big factor is like CP said, we see RJ Barrett make that step that a lot of us believe he'll make, and then bring in another scorer, another big name, another guy that can add to the puzzle in Bradley Beal. That's the guy I'm looking at. I like Donovan Mitchell too, but I'm looking at Bradley Beal.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, Bill will be interesting. He didn't sign his deal yet.
No love for Zion. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to hear David Griffin play the piano for him.
Zion, I don't want Zion or Julius Randle on the same team.
Yeah, I'm not high on that pairing, man.
Me neither, but everyone seems to want RJ and Zion to be reunited.
To me, that's just hype.
Yeah.
That's just hype. I don't think that's legit. I don't think that's logical, that pairing.
At all. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. I don't see it.
Yep. I would invite, and this is going to irritate a lot of people, but I would invite a Cam Reddish and Julius and RJ Barrett Duke pairing before Zion and RJ, just because we have Julius. I don't. Are we trading Julius away and getting somebody else? I just don't understand that. Concept.
People like Cat too. I don't know if I'm sold on that either.
I don't. Yeah, that's another one, man. Again, talented players, man. This is not to say they're trash. We're talking about fit now. Exactly. We're talking about fit. I don't know. I don't see it, especially the way Tibbs talks about rim protection.
Yeah,
he spoke about it. He was asked about the Obi Randall thing at Media Day. And he said, we looked at it last year. We didn't like it. And the reporter followed up and said, is it the rim protection? He said, yeah, it's a rim protection. So I don't know if they go there. To me, it's got to be in the perimeter, man. A ferocious beast on the perimeter. That's why I say Spider. That's why I say Spider. But let's get back to the phone. So we got a lot of people in here. Let's go.
Oh, my God. It's 6-1. Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say nothing.
Yeah, Yanks are
leave it all alone.
Yanks are cooked, man. Ant from BK, and then I think I see Jay from East New York. Ant, what's going on?
What up, CP?
How you doing, bro?
And Boogie World. I'm good, man. Just happy to finally see the season starting, and a lot of people aren't really talking about the front office and how much we upgraded there, and how much finally is good to see. We got the office and the culture coming back on the other side of the court. I mean, the other side of the business side too. So I'm just really hyped to see that come together and make the players feel comfortable where they could, just worry about basketball and not anything else that's been kind of drama filled, as far as our organization for the last couple of years. So, that's kind of one of the main things I'm hyped about. And just seeing how the haters are gonna, have to be quiet this year. And I want that revenge on Trae Young. That's all I'm really thinking about.
We want revenge.
Amen.
That's the only person I'm thinking about, honestly. Like that one. It's funny. If Frank would have just blocked that one little play last year, I think this whole thing would have been that might even kept Frank on the Knicks this year if he'd have blocked that last shot, game 1 last year. You know, and I feel like once that game went down that way, it kind of changed the whole thing. But yeah, you know, I'm not going to jump out the window with the 60 wins yet. You know, I'm 39. I've been a Knicks fan for a long time.
We see it all, man.
I've been through it. So, but it is hype to, you know, hear Clyde back on TV and, you know, just to have some Knicks garden in the living room. So
yeah,
and I'm glad. And props to you guys and what you guys do with the show, man.
Appreciate it, man. You know, did you peep the documentary tonight, bro? Did you peep Fantastic Voyage tonight? That was a hit with the fans, man.
Nah, I gotta catch it, man.
Oh, you gotta catch it next. Watch that next.
I definitely wanted to just, you know, like I said, give you guys props for all the stuff you guys do for us as fans, and keeping it entertaining and keeping it professional, and especially, you know, giving it to Max, and, you know, because he be fronting sometimes too. So, yo, CP, you've always made me proud, man, as a representative.
Appreciate you, bro.
You know, our coach out here, you know, so.
Appreciate it, man. Call back anytime, bro. Appreciate it. Ant Boogie World. Shout out to Ant. All right, let's go to ATL, man. Ant,
someone said Ben Simmons, like hell we will.
Nah.
No.
Ben who?
Ben who?
Rich, what's going on?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I just want to say, always great show. CP, Ashley, CK, love y'all guys. Yo, I'm sitting here. I want to say first things first. I love the ball movement of the first half by the starters. I'm thinking, y'all talk about, I'm thinking 50 burger as well, but they're going to be 50 slider burgers. That's what you got to hit. Now, I got a question for you. I love what the front office did with some of the draft picks, even the free agents. Both Sims kid, first of all, I watched Sims from Clemson. He's an awesome talent. He got potential. And the kid from Texas,
Jericho got activated tonight. Yeah.
And the other thing I want to say is it me, or do all the guys, all the starters on the Knicks, do they look a little bit more cut this year than last year? Have they been in the weight room grinding?
Hell yeah. Julius has. RJ.
It looks like they're grinding and they're ready for the season.
Sure.
And the one word I keep hearing from everybody, including all the starters, all the bench warmers, is it's going to be a fun season. Guys, great job. Keep it up. Go Knicks.
Thanks, Rich.
50 burger.
Thanks for the call. 50 burger. Everybody's on it, man. Everybody's on it. Listen, Julius is he's a gym rat. We know that. So he's definitely got active. RJ, you saw quickly got bigger. That's been a common characteristic across the board on this team. It's everybody's coming to work, everybody's buying in, they locked in. They talked about the chemistry that they had last year. It's driven the culture. It's from the top down, from the front office to Tibbs, down through Julius, who's riding for Tibbs, and everybody's riding with Julius, man. So everybody's coming locked in and ready to play. And as Fournier said in his training camp presser a couple days ago, he said, with Tibbs, with Clifford, the Van Gundy tree, you got to be ready to run. You got to come in physical, tip-top shape, because they're going to put you through it in practice, Ash.
And I mean, look, this is how you want your team to come out the first game of the preseason, right? There's nothing worse than seeing guys who've had an entire off season, and this season they did have an entire off season.
Yeah.
You see guys, who had a proper training camp and time to work out and get their bodies right and their minds right. There's nothing worse than seeing them come out and they look like absolute trash. Like you're saying to yourself, what the hell is this? So how these Knicks came out tonight is impressive, and it's what you want to see from your guys. They look ready, they look hungry, and look, it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a hard season. Obviously, there's wear and tear on your body, and guys are going to be lethargic at certain times, and you're not always going to come out with the same pizzazz and the same energy, and that's just the course and the trials and tribulations of any NBA season or professional sports season, right? But you want to be able to know what they look like at their best for that to be the threshold in which you judge them on. I think we saw them tonight at their best in terms of their physicality and things like that. And even so, I don't even think they're completely at their best yet.
Right.
But it's definitely a good feeling to have, or it's a good sight to see, rather, that these guys came out healthy and ready and hungry to go.
True story. True story, true story. All right, couple more we go. Let me salute some more super chats that have come in. Shout out Carlos Ruiz. Shout out to Vin. He says Knicks bench gonna torch any bench in the NBA. They're a pack of wolves out there. I'm calling the Knicks bench the Wolf Pack. Shout out my guy Alan Berman, sends us a super chat. Says salute, 50 sounds about right. Team looks comfortable together. I think having a bench together for a second season will be a major key to getting there. Curious to see how the front unit gels on D, but so far so good. Chico Fernandez, my guy Chico's coming through to the home opener. He says, thank God my house is only 2 stories because when I jump out this window it won't hurt too bad. Welcome back, Ash. We winning 50. Book it. Shout out Chico, man. CL Kenrick says, Kemba Walker looking good, made the whole team better tonight. Randall, 20 points tonight. Let's go quickly. Go New York, go New York, go. Great depth. The rhyme animal Chuck D has checked into the building, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. If you watch Fantastic Voyage tonight, the voice of Fantastic Voyage was none other than Chuck D. An amazing narrator who's done a ton of documentary style narration. And Chuck, man, I just want to appreciate you once again for just believing in us, man, and really just spearheading this whole thing, bringing us together, all the content creators together. This was a great idea, and I thought it came out great. You know, with your voice behind it, I thought it came out great. So once again, thank you for always supporting us and just being a champion of the movement. Chuck D in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. His super chat says, that one Frank play, LOL, epitomizes a do-or-die moment. Let's go, Knicks Fan TV, Knicks Nation. The energy is something. I need my glasses. He says, yes, the last time Knicks came in cut like this was the Riley Knicks with vomit cans in training camp. Yeah, you know, Riley to Van Gundy to Tibbs to Clifford, you know, it's all cut from the same cloth. And Ash, you know that covering, you know, used to cover Miami. They got to come in. Whether they have, they have like body fat tests or something like that.
Yeah,
so they don't play.
I mean, Miami historically has the toughest training or I'm sure conditioning program in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something
they've sent guys home.
It's not for the fan part. I remember when I was covering the team when I was on sports radio in Miami, there was a time, I believe it was a season before last, that James Johnson got sent home because he came in for conditioning and he was not up to par, and Pat Riley and Spoelstra said, look, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. You can't be here playing like that.
Yeah, that's right. Send James Johnson home.
Then afterwards, they ended up ultimately shipping him elsewhere. But yeah, Pat Riley does not play that. There's body fat measures. There's, you got to run the treadmill at a certain time. You got to be able to lift a certain amount of weight. You got to be able to run a certain amount of suicides. Like, they don't play that in the 305. So I think that that's what also makes them so successful and their guys so well conditioned.
Got to come ready.
I think the Knicks are going to be in that same position as well.
True story. Let's kick it to the Discord. Jay from East New York. Jay, live and direct, bro. What's going on? Oh, did we lose Jay? I think we lost Jay. All right. Jay, if you're listening, man, go ahead and call back. We'll get you right in there. Back up to Harlem where we go. Grayton is his name? What's going on?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, bro?
Yes. Hey, my man, look, this is Drayton Jordan from Harlem, Sugar Hill. Look, I've been a long-time Knicks fan since the 60s, 68. Since 68, since I was 7 years old. So I've seen the championship.
OG, we got an OG among us.
Huh?
I said, no, you're classified as an OG because you've seen every good thing there is to see about the Knicks. So you're OG.
I used to go to the same barbershop as Earl Monroe back in the days.
Word.
So listen, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. So listen, the Knicks is going to be the hot ticket this year, baby. I'm telling you right now, the Knicks fans, this game, it was like as if it was a playoff game. I'm telling you, the crowd, we had to factor in, I call it the crowd factor this year. You know, it was only preseason, but the Garden crowd enthusiasm was electrifying, you know? And this is only a preseason game. Yeah. So this is like a preview of what the Garden's going to be like. That's my take on it. Look, I'm a member of the 7-9 squad also. I'm again, Drayton Jordan, I'm a member of the 7-9 squad. So I'm in with this with the Knicks. But this season, it's going to be like, my thing is like this. I'm just worried about Tibbs. Like Tibbs got to be able to juggle his lineup, baby. He got some talent.
He's gonna have some. He's gonna have some.
Like a lineup like this.
He's gonna have some problems on his hands, man.
Yeah, because he has to be able to manage this team and be able to put those players in there because he's 12 deep.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Grayton, if you the coach, we had our closing lineup episode the other night. Who's your closing five, man? Who are you choosing?
I loved it. Closing lineup.
Yeah.
Is if okay. This is gonna sound funny. Like okay, I have Mitch Robinson, but he's like put an asterisk up to it because with Mitch, I'm sorry, man. I love him, but I'm just not sure. So it would never be Mitch. It'd be no L's. Then you got I got Derrick Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I got Fournier. I like Fournier, and I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna put in Fournier and JR. I mean RJ.
Okay.
So Fournier, RJ, Mitch,
and Julius.
I'm not crazy about I don't know, man. I said
Julius.
I said
you going
Rose,
Julius?
and, no, also one more person that'd be I guess Randall.
Okay.
So that'd be it. But I'm saying I'm not worried about defense because it's not going to be really like a defensive year. It's going to be because everybody's deep with scoring.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted now. I love this game, but don't let this game fool you because the crowd was a factor. Like they was like this was they just showed it was like the show was going to be a preview of what the Knicks going to be at the Garden, the hardest ticket in town.
Mm-hmm.
But however. Everybody improved. I saw this season is going to be so exciting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So let's not get it twisted. I'm feeling the Knicks. I'm diehard Knicks fans. I can't wait to go to the Garden, be at the Garden, and I just want Tibbs to be able to utilize what he has. Because he's not known for, like if it was Riley, oh God, it'd be like freaking showtime. Because Tibbs gotta let them run.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I appreciate the call, great. Now listen, the depth. He's got to embrace the depth, man. Listen, hopefully, knock on wood, injuries don't happen, but he has to embrace the depth. All right, a couple more calls before we wrap. Let me go to, let's go to D.C. My guy Shamar in D.C., what's going on?
What's going on, guys? Salute everybody.
How you doing?
Hit that thumbs up button.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing well, man. I just want to, quick question. You were actually just saying, we hope that everybody stays healthy. Obviously, we hope that. But in the situation where Mitch is, 40 games isn't a lot. But if he's not clear right now, I know we want to take things slow and all that. But if he doesn't come back, if he's not all the way there, how do we feel about having Taj in there? How do we feel about Jericho? Jericho didn't look terrible to me tonight. Yeah. He looked a little lost, but obviously it's his first game.
Yeah.
Taj absolutely looked phenomenal. But he's a little older. I love Taj. Obviously want him on the team, but to be such an important part might not be, the greatest.
Yeah,
thing.
You don't want that.
You don't want that. About that?
Well,
right.
It was definitely, and appreciate the call, man. Shout out to DC. It was definitely a little bit concerning to see Noel, not being available for us for the first preseason game because you're like, damn, man, again, it's the durability with Mitch, it's the durability with Noel. So, yeah, is it ideal to have to rely on Taj? No, it's not because he's older. And again, he's going to be susceptible to injury or fatigue over course of an 82-game season. Yeah, he looked good out there today. He's a vet. So as he gets older, he's going to be schooling a lot of guys that he's playing against, especially, second units or more inexperienced guys. So, but again, you don't want to rely on that. Sims came in. He had his ups, he had his downs. He came right in. Burks found him for a little alley-oop, layup that he hit. Caught a couple of putback dunks and some facilitating from Kemba. Kemba found him on a nice dunk and IQ as well. So Sims looked all right, but you don't want to get too crazy with it and give him the keys. Let him develop. Take it slow with Sims. He's on a two-way contract. I think both Sims will end up on the two-way and bounce back and forth between Westchester and get some good experience. But the whole Mitch and Noel thing is gonna be worth watching, and the depth that we have, it will allow us to be flexible moving forward. Whether the guys need to get dealt in the future, or guys may not be available because of injuries. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Mitch has been putting the work in. I mean, you see it. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
But this is one of my concerns last season when, people asked me, who would I trade? And Mitch was one of the names that I mentioned. And people, came at me like, Mitch, how are you going to trade? This was the reason. It wasn't because of lack of talent. It was lack of availability. And it was the same feeling I had about Frank. And unfortunately, in the league, you're only as good as you are available. And you can be the most talented player on the team. But if I can never utilize you, then that talent doesn't really matter. It falls to the wayside. So I think with Mitch, it's going to be really interesting to see exactly when he comes back, how he looks when he comes back. So the thing about missing preseason is that you're not able to work those kinks out before it actually counts, right? And if he's not able to participate at all, it's going to be interesting to see what you do when you start actually winning and losing games and that starts counting towards your record. How do you go ahead and gradually get him in that rotation, or you just throw him in there and see what happens? You're playing with fire, essentially. It's a win or lose situation, but it's a 50-50 shot. So it's definitely a concern because Mitch is a big reason I feel like we lost that series against Atlanta.
100%.
Not having him there was a big reason we lost against Atlanta. And he's going to be a big part of the offense, a big part of those boards, a big part of our defense and things like that. If he's not available, it's going to be tough, and things and decisions have to be made.
It's real. CK, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that's probably why bringing back Nerlens was so important, because he was so great for us during the regular season. But to Ashley's very last point, my worry is the playoffs, because that's where Mitchell Robinson, we need him the most. So I'm really hoping to see him make that next step, especially with him talking about putting his weight on. We saw all the pictures, seeing the body transformation. Now we just have to see if it worked, if it's helping them, if it's not going to be a hindrance, because I think a lot of people are actually, in fact, worried about that. I can't say I'm one of them, but I get the worry, especially when a lot of it is on the upper side and a lot of arm strength, which is what he needs to do. I'm not saying it was the wrong thing to do, but we need to know that he's healthy and that this doesn't add to the problems along the way. So, yeah, like I said at the top of the show, I think Mitchell Robinson is the guy that is going to get a lot of the attention this season, because he's important to this team. What he brings to this team is very important, but you got to be on the floor because we're going to need him. For those 50 and 60 wins, chat, we need a guy like Mitchell Robinson to be available, especially for those 50 or 60 wins to mean anything when we go to the playoffs.
Big time.
Yeah, definitely.
Still rock.
Get it. And I mean, look, Mitch, like we said, he's done the work. He physically looks good. It's just how you look and how you play and how you can play are very different conversations. So I hope, that we see a healthier Mitch. I hope that we see him soon. But I wouldn't be opposed to having that conversation if we don't see him soon. I think those conversations need to be had sooner rather than later, especially with the East. The East is not the East of the past. So this is the East of the past where it's very dispersed and, there's a clear-cut winners and there's clear-cut losers every season. And you kind of know what that playoff picture is going to look like every year. I would say you can drag your feet on that decision a little bit. But the East is not the East of the past. It's wide open. There's a lot of talent. A lot of teams are getting better. Yeah. A lot of teams are working harder. Some of the top teams may be in shambles or are in shambles and may not be as much a competition as you thought that they were supposed to be or constructed to be. Brooklyn, I'm talking to you. So you gotta strike while you can, and unfortunately, tough decisions have to be made to make that happen. Seriously.
And the Yanks just lost. Shout out to my guy RGT85 sent a super chat. He says 8 spot for Kemba, 7 plays in double figures. It was effortless. Beauty. Shout out my guy RGT85, man. Big time YouTuber, big time supporter of the show. All my gamers, make sure you go check him out, man. I've been waiting to get him on the show. We definitely got to connect and make that happen. So shout out my guy RGT. All right, last couple of phone calls. We still got 1900 rocking with us, man. Hit that like button. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Hit that like button. If you guys are new in the chat, type in #new. We'll shout you guys out before we close the show. And the closers closing lineups for tonight. Don't see Jay Boogie on here, so we're gonna go with. I heard Jay from East New York, so we'll go with Jay from East New York. We'll go Angel, and then we're gonna close with my guy Worldwide West. So, Jay from East New York, you up next. What's going on, bro? Jay from East New York. Jay from Yep.
What's good, Jack? Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, man. How you feeling, bro?
Listen, this is the preseason, but we going crazy. Like, I didn't even see the whole game. I seen the third and the fourth quarter, and I was satisfied. Like,
yeah.
We got everything we need on both ends of the floor. Let's not worry about who's available right now. It's the preseason. Noel is probably chilling. You feel me? They probably don't want to risk him getting injured playing him in meaningless preseason
Well, that's
games.
fair.
Let
That's
the young
fair.
Bulls run. You know, like, he's probably going to be ready when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important part. But availability is definitely key when they come to Mitch. And I ain't going to lie. Me, personally, I'm putting a lot on Mitch's shoulders. Like, this season, he got to really prove to us that he could stay on the floor. And, you know what I'm saying, when he do get healthy, like, as to your point earlier, I do believe, like, you know, it is going to be a little bit harder for him to come and play, like, in the middle of the season. But this the NBA. You got to be ready. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, eventually he's going to get his feet under him as long as he, you know what I'm saying, he's available. That's the most important part. So I get that aspect of trading him, but I want Mitch to stay. I think Mitch he's gonna realize what he is in the NBA, and he's a guy that can give any team 15 and 10. You know, like that's his role. He could be that guy. RJ, he's gonna be a star in another 2 seasons. I'm putting that on paper right now, man. We going up, man. 50 wins, man.
Let's go. Jay from East New York on the Discord, holding down the Discord. And yeah, for those of you that want to call us, especially for my people that are out of the country, man, the Discord is where you got to do it. I'm going to make a separate video down the road just to, you know, walk you guys through the directions. It sometimes may not be clear to people, but it's very easy to connect with us via the Discord. And for those of you, again, out of town that can't call into the switchboard, you could always call us on the Discord, man, loud and clear. And be good to go. Shout out to Mark Felix. He says team hashtag new-ish. John Farrelly, team hashtag new. John Farrelly, what's going on? Shout out Zaul Martinez. Team hashtag new. What's going on, Zaul Martinez? Definitely appreciate it. 1900 rocking with us. Salute to everybody in Facebook as well, man. All right, final 2 calls of the night. And then we'll shout out the rest of the Super Chats and close out, man. Shout out Forzana Law Firm once again. Shout out to Manscaped, our friends, for supporting the show. Angel of ESPN fame, Ash. Ash, you ain't the only famous one in the chat, man. If in case you missed it, my guy.
No, I saw he was on Stephen A's World,
Angel
right?
pulled up on Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Big up the King Simp. Angel on the check-in. What's good?
Yo, what's good, everyone? CP, my boy, what's good, brother? How you feeling?
What's good, dude? How you doing, bro?
CK, 2K, my brother, what's good? To the Queen, Ashley. How you doing, Queen? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here with you guys. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. First thing first, y'all, hit that thumbs up for y'all boys, man. Hit that subscribe button. We need all that. Feel me? I got the KnicksFanTV hat on right now. I'm hyped.
Let's go.
Now,
which one you got? The black joint, the blue joint, or which color you got on right now?
Oh, I got the black one. The black with the little orange on it. So I had to rock it, man. I had to rock it.
Yeah, of course.
But, hey, listen, CP, man, thank you guys for that shout-out, man. It was definitely dope, and I appreciate it. You know, the GOAT simp is officially to ESPN, or you could say the dark simp, you know what I'm saying? So whoever came up with that name was just hilarious. But, you know, when it comes to this game, y'all, you know, I got a question before I get to that question. But when it comes to this game, I just wanted to see how the starting lineup looked. And I thought they looked really, really good. They looked poised. They looked like they played together for a long time. So it was definitely a plus that we brought back the same team. You know, the bench, you know, it's like I said, you know, I think we got the first or second best bench in the league. So I think just because of that alone, we're going to beat a lot of teams. And I think also towards the end of the season, a lot of teams are going to be resting players that we're going to be playing to win, you know. So I still see the Knicks as a top 5 seed. That's just my opinion. You know me, CP, I said we was going to win 50 games. And, you know, but I think it was really important that, you know, you can just tell the ball movement was just on point. If we play like this, you can't tell me we're not going to win 50 games. Because, last year, we were so used to being behind the 8 ball, and then the bench would come in and, and win some games for us. But now we have a legitimate point guard. And if we can get Mitch back, if we can just get him back, we're going to surprise a lot of teams this year. I don't care what anyone says. We're beating Philly. We're beating Miami. We're beating Boston. We're beating Chicago. We're better than all those teams. They might have better stars, but as far as the team, they don't have better coaching than we do, and they don't have a better team than we do. And, and as always, man, thank you guys for taking my call. But my last question is this. Do you think I believe RJ is going to be a star player this year. So with how we look tonight and you add RJ, because I think he's a really big component, what do you guys feel is the ceiling for this team if RJ is an all-star this year? And thank you guys for taking my call, guys. Appreciate it.
I mean, shit, if RJ made the All-Star team and Julius played and everybody else is status quo, I mean, you're talking about a team that could get to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think.
Yeah.
But that's a big leap. That's a big leap, man. It's a big leap.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I would love that. I'm not trying to talk it down and say it's something that can't happen. I mean, it definitely can happen. It's year 3. We've seen a lot of young players make that leap in that 3rd season. But I just feel like there's just a lot of things that need to be figured out. Like, is RJ even going to be the 2nd leading scorer, which is fine if he's not. Because Kemba might take that step and be, because he's been averaging 20 points per game for the last, 4 or 5 seasons or even more than that. So I just feel like there's a lot of aspects around that might not let that happen. But if it were to happen, I don't see how we wouldn't be in contention to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, if not competing up top for in the 2nd round. I don't know. I can't say championship yet, but I definitely can see us going to Eastern Conference Finals if RJ's an all-star. Julius continues what he did last year. Kemba has another good season. Like I don't see how we wouldn't be. Hard to see.
We skipping steps, man. We just gotta take it one step at a time, man.
A whole lot of steps.
Let's just win 2 games in the playoffs first.
I'm saying,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? We skipping steps, man. Let's just win a couple games in the playoffs and see where we at, man. The last one took a lot out of me, man. You know what I'm saying? Jay Cal, you still in the chat? You know what I'm talking about, man. The playoffs was rough, but let's just win 2 games and see where we go from there. All right, salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up for your squad. Fudge Shuffle TV sends a super chat. Salute Fudge Shuffle. Shout out to Paul Quick. He says, Olivia, I'm here for you. Paul Quick. Repping the West Coast Knicks Nation. What's good, Paul? NRJ sends a super chat. Says, Knicks Nation, stand up. South Bronx in the building. Question from everyone here. Do we feel like this team can make it past the 2nd round? Why or why not? Hey, that's what we say, man.
Styles make fights, and it depends on what we look like. It depends on health. It depends on who that opponent is, how we match up. There's a lot of things that go into that. A lot of factors that go into that.
A lot of factors, man. I can agree with all of that. Let's just see, man. We'll take it one day at a time and see what happens there. All right, last call of the night. My guy returning, CK. Remember when we did the West Coast round table at what was the restaurant we did, man? That dope Chinese spot.
I don't remember.
Yang Chow's. We went to Yang Chow's, man. It was me, you, Nick, my guy Nick Alexander, the comedian out there. We had David Futternick, another comedian, and Worldwide West, and my guy Chris. But Worldwide West on the line was at the game. Wes, what's good, bro? Thought you forgot about me, man.
Nah, never forgot, man. I'm always here every single show, man.
Thanks,
I was just on my grind,
Of course.
Love that.
I came up, I leveled up, and as I say, I was at courtside tonight at the game, man. I was watching it from a bird's eye view.
Big flex, okay.
I had the garden lit tonight.
Yeah.
I was trying to start
How was the vibes, man? How would you how would you categorize the vibes, man? Because it seemed like the Rose Hive is active, man. As soon as Rose jumped in the game, the Rose Hive was going crazy for him.
Everybody was getting love tonight. Everybody was getting love. Rose got a good ovation when he came in the game, but everybody was getting a lot of love tonight. And the continuity was great among the players. You seen that they was trying to, get Kemba into it. they kind of falling in line behind Kemba. Like that's what I'm taking by the camaraderie around the team. Like when I'm seeing, you know, they want Kemba to lead them, you know, and he's kind of embracing that role. You know what I mean? So it was an amazing atmosphere, man. Like, and it's crazy because the Knicks have come full circle. The last Knicks game I was at was in 2016, the first time we had Derrick Rose. It was the game that Derrick Rose didn't show up to. And after that game, I was so disgusted in the Knicks and the direction we was going.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
remember
yo,
you said, yeah.
I'm not going to invest my money into watching a team that players ain't even showing up. And you fast forward 5 years later, you look at how we doing. Everything's, you know, come full circle. KnicksFanTV rose from the ground up. It's just amazing. Like, it's a great place to be as a fan. And the best is yet to come, man. It's like the one thing that people can't, account for on this team is chemistry. You don't know what chemistry is going to bring. You know what I mean? The Golden State Warriors, when they won that first championship, they didn't have the best 5 players in the league. They had the best chemistry among their 5 players. And if we can catch fire, if we can have that chemistry, you know what I mean? Play for each other.
Hey, Hawks had it last year. Hawks was that team last year.
Clicking.
Absolutely. And I feel like, you know, we can make noise. We can make noise, man. You know, I don't want to jump out the window, but I'm standing on the ledge right now. You know, it's like I see us winning 48 games. 48 games, man, and the possibility of winning upwards of 50.
Okay. All right, so you kind of with me. I said 46, so we in the same ballpark.
47. Yeah, that's what I'm at too.
Yeah. You know, I'm realistic. And I don't want to say like I feel like we have the ability to win more than 48 games, but I'm gonna put us at 48 games and see what we do from there. You know what I mean? It's like I see improvements, and one thing I want to speak on is quickly. Quickly, let me tell you something, man. He is developing, and if you look at what they're doing with Quickly, you know it seems like that they're trying to develop him as a point guard, and you look at Kemba Walker and you look at Derrick Rose, they're more natural scorers. You know, they play the point guard position, but they're more natural scorers. We really don't have a true playmaker on the team. And if Quickly could take that role while still being able to shoot from the outside the way he does and hit that floater, I mean, he could. I mean, that's a pretty damn good player right there, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate the call, my dude. Check back in over the season. And I'm glad you enjoyed your night, man. Worldwide West was courtside tonight. Quick flex on us,
What's
man.
that?
Appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So that was my guy, Worldwide West, on the check-in. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for your squad. All right. So one preseason game in. Fan base is energized. They happy. It was a good night, man. It's good to see. The chemistry was certainly on display. But as Wes said, it's going to be worthwhile watching as the season progresses. You know, Cameron Fournier is still new pieces to the puzzle. And we have to just see how that dynamic works. Because last year it was an offense that was dominated by Julius. So we're going to have to see how it works. Tonight it looked good in a preseason game against, a team that didn't have all their pieces. But let's see how it works over a full 82, man. Let's definitely see how it works over a full 82. But great job, everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me cut the presses because I've just been told. False alarm. J Boogie from North Carolina in the building. J Boogie, what's going on, bro?
Salute. 3 capital S's. Shout out to everybody rocking and watching and following. You know what I'm saying? It is now time. It's game time, man. All the jokes, everything else, put that to the side, man. You see the squad is aboard. You know what I'm saying? You see we got the Wonder Woman back in the building. You see we got the young Tony Yayo in the building. You see we got the young, you know what I'm saying, Lloyd Banks, the GM, the whole starter of everything. And if ain't been following the Fantastic Voice, you need to rewind your whole day and go back to 6:45 and let it drop again and act like this basketball game ain't even been played. Act like this show ain't even been played. If you ain't watched that Voyage, shout out to Chuck D, you know what I'm saying, putting together, you know what I'm saying, that vocal of his, you know what I'm saying, the one that I grew up and loved so much, you know what I'm saying, so many classic, you know, albums he don't drop, and he's still dropping classic vocals. Man, you gotta love and appreciate what happened in this garden. That was a statement being made. Indiana, we ain't playing with you. I don't care who you ain't got playing, you know what I'm saying? We not playing with you, so we gonna eliminate your thoughts or anything how you may feel about playing against us this year. I'm gonna jump all the way out the window. Y'all talking about 60 wins. I'm gonna jump all the way out the window and crash. I don't even want nobody to be down there to catch me. We going top 3. Well, that's right. I'm looking for us to be the 3 seed coming at the end of this season. Reason why I say that, because Brooklyn don't even care about what seed they are. And then Miami and Milwaukee is the only 2 teams I see. I know we better than Atlanta. I know we just showed you we better than the Pacers. We better than Boston, you know what I'm saying? We better than all the way around, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to our home team, the front office, Leon Rose and everybody realizing what we needed to do. We got 7 dudes that can play facing the rim. All 7 of them can dribble and handle the rock and go to the basket or create for somebody else off of their own dribble, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we need, man. That's what we needed against Atlanta. People that can take you off the dribble and get to that rack anytime at will, and people that can knock down that nylon anytime at will. I'm motivated. I'm up. I'm ready to go right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? And this right here was just a stepping stone. Be prepared for us also. I'm going to jump all the way out the window again. We're going to be top 5 in offense. That's right. That's something you think you ain't never think you'll see from Tom Thibodeau. But I'm going to put all the pressure on Tom Thibodeau. I ain't going to put it on none of the players. It's all on Tom, because I remember you ain't make no adjustments last year. I remember when, you know what I'm saying, LeBron tried to clamp D Rose, you ain't make no adjustments. Now you got an all-around squad that can score from anywhere on the court, and you know they're going to be locked in to play defense, you know what I'm saying? So the pressure is on you, Tom. You got to go ahead and make all this right here work, because everybody else did their job. The office did their job. The players, they ain't safe. Y'all hear them talking earlier. They don't cut body fat. They've been working out all year. Everybody ready. Tom, you got to make it right. But never mind what the ESPNs and all that going to talk about. Don't even watch them this year. You seen the Fantastic Voice? That means you can watch any one of these podcasters that was up and airing on that show today. Find one of them to watch out. That's how we rolling, you know what I'm saying? Salute, 3 capital S's, and that thing is still out there. Continue on, please stay healthy and safe, you know what I'm saying? And know that your family mean more than everybody is in this world, and protect them with your life by any means. Shout out to the great Ron Animal, and shout out to everybody following. Salute, 3 capital S's. God bless y'all.
We out of here. Let's go. J Boogie.
And let the church say
Amen. Preseason number 1 in the books. J Boogie lays it down. And he's got a new single coming out, man. We're going to debut that single Saturday, man. For all you fans, come back Saturday, post-game show. We're going to close with the J Boogie single. I heard it's fire. I'm going to listen to it tonight, and then we're going to broadcast it tomorrow, Saturday, after Saturday's post-game show. So salute to J Boogie once again. And great show, guys. Ashley, welcome back. You've been touring the country, East Coast, West Coast, all over the place, getting them bags up. Let's go. Tell the people, man. Tell the people what you've been up to, Ash, and let them know.
So my show Laces Out just wrapped season 1, so I'm very excited about that. We got to close out season 1 with Jalen Rose, gearing up for season 2. I have some Knicks players that I'm working on, so I'm gonna show Knicks Nation some love in season 2. Got some other series that we're cooking up. It's gonna be some dope stuff in the works, so definitely keep a lookout for that. And also, I will be back on SNY for the basketball season starting this Sunday, breaking down all Knicks stuff and that team across the bridge, you know, because we gotta talk about them too, because they are in New York or whatever. And just kicking it with my Knicks family right here on KnicksFanTV. Also, catch me on Certified Buckets on Uninterrupted. That airs every Wednesday. Basketball culture podcast, really dope stuff. And you guys can always follow me on social media at Ash Nicole Moss on Twitter and on Instagram. And I look forward to a good season. We here, New York. We here. We're only getting better. So everyone who hated us last season,
it's gonna get worse.
Gonna hate us this season.
It's gonna get worse. Great show as usual. Ash, CK.
You know the vibes. First game, that means we're going for 60. You heard the chat. 60 wins or bust. You heard them. I'm with it. No, I was playing. But nah, for real, love what we saw today. But if you haven't already, as soon as this live ends, you make sure you go to the channel KnicksFanTV and click Fantastic Voice. Great stuff there. Shout out to CP. Shout out to the great Chuck D for putting together a phenomenal product. I think it was dope. Glad to be a part of it. Really honored that you guys asked me to be a part of that. But yeah, go check that thing out. But you know you can find me everywhere at CK2K across all social medias. But you know what it is. Make sure you like this. Hit that subscribe, and we back, baby.
Yes, sir. Back in action, man. Great show as usual.
Someone said I have jobs like a Jamaican. TP, you'll find that funny.
That's of course. That's a fact, man. A whole fact. Nah, but great job, Ash. You know, we're definitely proud of you. And keep climbing, man. Keep climbing. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Great show. Want to once again shout out my guys at Forzano Law for sponsoring tonight's giveaway. Go check them out. Free consultation, free representation unless you get paid. ForzanoLaw.com or call them up 718-372-1397. That's a Forzano Law Firm, personal injury attorneys. Remember, tonight's show is also available in audio podcast format. So if you miss it on video, you can always catch it in audio podcast format. Go to KnicksFanTV.com for tonight's show links. Also, remember, the show all season is presented by my friends at Manscaped, fellas. Go get that Lawnmower 4.0. Go to Manscaped.com and a promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. And as CK said, the Fantastic Voyage. An awesome documentary, man. Shout out to Chuck D once again for producing that with us, man. And it was just a fantastic production. Go check that out after this. And let me shout out the rest of the super chats as we close out the show. Junior Caroma sends a super chat. He just said Ashley with multiple exclamation points. So he's happy that you back, Ash. Junior also sends a super chat. He says, salute CP to Don, Ashley, and CK2K. Burks might just win that 6-man award this season. And you see our Giants against the Saints on Sunday. Junior talking spicy. Let's go. Danny Dimes was throwing it. My guy Kenny Galladay got activated. Kadarius Toney was out there, human joystick. I was happy to get a win, man.
Don't worry, CK. The Cowboys will avenge you. We got it. We'll hold it down for you.
Wow, so man, Sean Payton pulling our damn starting quarterback.
That's all right. Just make sure on Sunday. We'll make sure on Sunday you peep what it looks like when a team goes and handles business.
It might be a shootout. It might be a shootout, but my defense ain't looking too proper though. My defense ain't looking too proper, man. Shout out Omar. Omar sends a super chat. He says, "Yo, can we talk about Taj?" Man, I've been talking about Taj for 3 years. I've been telling y'all about Taj, man. That's the homie, man, for sure. Paul Robinson says, 7th seed where? There's these ESPN guys are out of line. Hashtag Knicks set. Salute CP Ash, CK2K, we here. Charlie, appreciate it. He says, 82-0 season, let's go. I got Jamaica Queen. I got Mikey Hack. Kareem, I got you. Brock. Carlos Vin, JD, appreciate it. Alan Berman. Chico, appreciate it. CL Kenrick, got you. Omar also sent a super chat. He says, Knicks could be similar to that Heat team that went to the finals 2019 and 20. Not a whole lot of individual play, but a massive team effort and deep bench. Mr. William 1072, he says, hashtag 50 burger. I just watched Kemba do more in 2 quarters than Peyton in 2 years. That's a fact. K. Marco says, 54 wins, Eastern Conference Finals. Book it. David Kowalenko, Forzano Law, says congrats to the winners of the Forzano Law Firm, from the Forzano Law Firm. New York Sports Guy sends a super chat. He says Tibbs is going to do what Joe Judge should have did and make sure his starters are warmed up and ready for the regular season. Giants are starting to click late. Well, let's beat the Cowboys first, man. Then I'll talk. Then I'll be back, man. Then I'll be back. Still cautious. Still cautious. Paul Quick, he says, what's up, Best Squad, Knicks content creators? 50 burger, let's go. So Paul's on it early. Who else I got in here? Richard David. He says, salute to CK2K. JD says, I'm hurt. I'm feeling like CK and the Saints. What? And Mustafa says, shout out to the chat. What's good, CP? Ash, welcome back. What's your thoughts on Grimes, Deuce, and the freshmen? Well, you know, it's going to be a veteran team, man. So they'll just sit back, watch, learn. But I think the culture, the foundation is being laid where they'll be able to benefit from it because this team is going to win games. They'll be able to learn from the guys ahead of them, whether it's Rose, Kemba, IQ being groomed there, RJ, Fournier. They'll Deuce McBride and Sims, they're going to be able to learn from some quality vets, man. So they're just going to have to wait their turn. It's not going to be this year unless, something catastrophic happens. But either way, see you guys Saturday.